everybody. It's been a while. I am the Toy Major. Today, we're taking a look at one of my recent acquisitions. I was about to say acquisition, I'm sorry. One of my recent purchases, the Elite McFarlane Elite Edition, Doom the Dark Ages, the Slayer. Now, this guy comes at a whopping $50. Used to be 60. Not sure what happened. Then, I guess one day he just started appearing at Walmarts everywhere. Um, so as you can see, for 50, quite a bit. The only things it does not come with is the stand, this, and the background. The little background's from a Street Fighter figure. This is from one of the McFarlane Blacklight figures, and well, DC isn't ID Software or Doom, so. Okay, first thing, obviously, traditional McFarlane stand, just Doom logo, not even Dark Ages. So, that's out of the way. We have one of the weapons from the game. I played it a bit. Honestly, I've not beaten it if I gotta be real with you. I forget what this one is called. But I guess it's um ammunition as it pushes the skull into this grinder and it shoots shards of bone for the ammunition. And it just keeps going. There's plenty in there. I at first thought when I had this that you could see right there what looks like a little hinge. I thought that this moved. No, it does not. With the amount of fiddling I did to try and make it move, I should be very glad I haven't broken it, honestly. That's probably why it's a little bent, but that's fine. I can deal with it. Um odd paint applications and such are not one of my pet peeves like it is to a great many people. In the game, this is the Slayer's double barrel shotgun. Of course, this is just a small handheld that looks like a lever action. And I don't know if they use like the model from the game for the look. I think the shells either go in these two holes or come out. Because I'm not seeing anything anywhere else. So I'll tell you, I'd hate to be on the receiving end of that. Does not look good. And of course, we'll make sure to take a look at what these accessories look like on the figure. We have his mace. In the Doom games, the more recent ones, not the originals, the melee weapons seem to be like the object of interest, like cat hair. And this mace seems to be one. Now, I do not know. I think this is like just a cheap little metal, maybe? Because it's obviously not like titanium or aluminum. So don't swing it too much, I guess. You don't want to break it. Has a wrapping on the bottom of this. Must be where you're supposed to hold it. When I put it on my figure, I prefer you either hold it like the middle or the top here near the pointy parts. Of course, to be honest, this thing has a lot of pointy parts. Put that here. The last thing, other than the two hands, is the other object of notice, the shield saw. Now, there's a indentation here where the handle, I think, goes in the game. This does not move. Don't do it. You will break it. You'll be very sorry. And of course, from the Doom series, the very important mark of the Slayer. The thing the demons fear. They're not afraid of people. They're not afraid of the military. They're just afraid of the one that walks around with his mark. And in the game, I think it's up here actually. As you pull a ripcord, start spinning, and then you pretty much like Captain America stuff. Toss it, bounces around, slices up whatever, comes back to you. So now the other hands. For his left one, we have an open hand, and the hinge goes through the middle of it. I'll explain more about this in a second. And his closed hand, this is the one that's really pointy everywhere. So whether it gets on the back of the hand or a punch, someone's going to be hurting. And all of these, as you can see, have been painted really, really well. Every inch of detail. His left side does not have the spikes like that, though there must be something in the game for those three. Maybe like a tasing punch or something. I don't know. I really should finish that game. Cat hair. So, these. Now, keep forgetting. It's been a while. I'll explain all that in a different video. The Ely edition card, like the collector ones. Shiny, a little bit gold. On the back, same gold. McFarlane Toys ID logo if you want to pause and read it. Put it back. I keep a album with these. Maybe one of these days I should show that album because I have quite a bit of cards. A lot, at least like probably close to 30 pages. Now, this was just to help hold him. We have the Slayer himself. If I gotta be absolutely honest, between the 2016 Doom Eternal and this one Dark Ages, I think I obviously prefer Dark Ages. So, there are many, many people who are concerned about the articulation. What are they dealing with for the price point? If you remember, McFarlane did these classic Doom Marine figures. They're like that because it's a single jointed arm, but this part moves. That's as far as you're getting. And because of this pauldron, it doesn't move a whole lot, unfortunately. Um, I'm an absolute Doom fanatic, and I love McFarlane toys. If I didn't like either of them, probably wouldn't have grabbed this because it's a lot to pay for something that doesn't move a whole lot. The arms go this high, this high. This was a Van Brace of his, very pointy. So if you're getting this for young teenager, watch out. There are plenty of pointy bits that you can get hurt on. So he does splits pretty far. Not that far though. He also has this chain. I kind of like this real chain versus like a rubbery. The knees are like a tight ratchet, and they're single jointed as well. And it's just tight. Now mine has this funny paint application right here, random splotch of silver on the leg. Like I said, for me, the paint applications don't really bother me too much. What is that? Oh, that was another cat hair. Yeah, I didn't really. I'll be honest. This is kind of a poor return video because I didn't really take any precautions like I usually do. So the front of his chainmail cloth skirt here, back right here, pouches around the belt, the buckle, 3 shotgun shells, 3 more pouches. And this, I'm not going to explain what it is. You can play the game if you want to know the story. Now, a couple of important things. The feet have actually wait. Okay, I thought the feet rotate. They do not. They just go back and forth, which is fine, considering this is not. This is really just like a pose and display kind of figure, not really one you can mess with. The cape over his head. Now he does have this back bit, a little turret. It moves very, very limitedly. This top part up here rotates. You might want to hold the rest of it do because this part is not meant to move. This is the only other moving bit. If you do it wrong, you will more than likely break it, and nobody wants a broken figure. Now, the other thing I've seen some people remove, they just don't like how it works. The cape. This is the underside of it. You can see the stitching everywhere. I don't know what pattern that is. And the back is like this fake fur. Also, one of those ones where you run your finger in a pattern and it seems to march to its own beat, I guess. It's a nice cape. It's not wired or anything, but I guess if you had to do anything to it, maybe wiring would be fine. Now, the articulation for the spine, not that far, pretty far forward. And for those worrying, his legs do go far forward, very, very far forward. So there is some playability with this one, just not a lot of it, keep in mind. The other thing is, of course, is epic looking helmet. Mine is a little scratch on the visor, the paint. Again, doesn't bother me. Fine, whatever. Um, it of course looks very good for how it looks in the game. Spikes up here. This guy is just loaded with them. So, slap a couple of accessories. Take a look with them. Hold on one second here. Gonna say now I got plenty of other figure stuff coming. I just decided, I guess at one point, just take a break, and I meant to come back before the summer. Heat kicked in, and I just thought, oh, nuts to this. It, I don't feel like sitting here sweating my butt off. So, and it's almost September, and it's reaching that point where it's going to start getting cool soon. So, here we are. Now, we have him and his shotgun, and him and his shield saw. It's gonna do that. Keep it in mind. It's not perfect. I mean, oh, oh, well, the fingers aren't breaking. I'm not worried about that. The shield is a little heavy piece too. So, anyways, excuse me. His shotgun fits just fine. I can't. He has the gun finger, gun hand, excuse me, on purpose, and it fits in here just fine. Now, other accessory, or one of two, I guess. Because we're going to put the mace in here too. You guys are going to see what all of it looks like. Oh my god, that shield. The shield is just being so stubborn right now. Okay, so is everything. What the? I really hope this doesn't break. I will actually be massively disappointed. Because I really wanted to get this figure when the pre-orders first started earlier this year. Wasn't able to get it. I was at a less than a couple of weeks ago. I was at a trip at Walmart. I got lucky and just found this guy sitting there. I snatched him right away. So yeah, there's him with a gun, but I think it's like pulverized or something. I don't know. I'll have to look. Doesn't I don't know. The shield. No. Last thing. Come on. There we go. swear to God, chain is worse than string. Both just knot up somehow. I don't understand how. What in the world? What the hey, man? Jeez. Okay, so it might be the stress of the hand. Stress of the hands. It looks like this. So hate to cut it. Hate to cut it short. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.